What you do, mate? Come in for a day session? Where's all your bait? Where's your bivvy and all that?
She's gonna have to f***ing sort me out, man.
Mate, you're hoping we brought all the gear for you,
yeah,
innit? Mate, you're sleeping under the stars in -4.
Last winter, me and a few friends planned a trip to the famous River Trent. It's one of the longest rivers in the country and home to a variety of species. However, we had our sights firmly set on catching a monster barbel. And apparently, this river is full of them. But firstly, we had to get there.
Hey,
Not fun. Is it this one?
we are the marching band. Well, they said we couldn't get on the train at first because there's no space. We didn't really think about that one, did we, boys?
We're on not at all.
But they've opened up the bike passages, so literally loaded the whole train. How we thought we were going to do this.
They asked for us to pay.
They wanted us to
Extra.
pay a fee extra because we've literally used all of their storage units, but we moved. Oh, train's falling apart.
After an hour and a half train journey, we made it to Newark Station. Well, just about, in a frantic rush to unload our stuff without the train doors closing on us.
Right, we've made it to Newark. The boys have gone to get some food because they were unorganised. And this is the benefits of social media. We're just about to jump in 2 XL taxis, which would have been a nightmare because a lot of taxi drivers refuse to let you in with fishing gear. And I just put a story out just showing us getting off the train, and kindly someone's going to come and pick us up in the van, just an Anglo who lives in the local area. So that is going to save us a lot of headaches, and then we'll be down to the river.
The kind gentleman picked me up and we made our way there. With a lack of knowledge on the stretch and no clue where to begin, the bailiff had agreed to meet us at the gate and direct us into a good area.
I'm going to comment when this video comes out. Is that the video that broke my tyres?
This is incredible. Long drive to get down to the section, but we're in between 2 fenced off bits. Lovely farm behind us. Not flooded, looks like a nice bit of flow coming through. Might even be able to run a stick float through there. Yeah, this is gorgeous. The boys are here. What do you reckon?
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You had no faith in me, no trust.
Well, you didn't do anything. The bailiff sorted us out.
Yeah, bye.
It's nice, isn't it, bro?
Buzzing.
It's actually beautiful, man.
Let's get started, boy.
I'll be honest, I'm a total novice. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but I'm guessing something like that. Rod's here, up in the air. Bailiff told me don't fish too far out, just literally on the crease.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, he said literally, mate, just...
Well, guess what? I'm whacking out on the other side.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Far margin?
Yeah.
We didn't want to waste any time, so began preparing all our tackle and getting the bait mix ready.
This stuff. Ooh.
The old mussel blend.
Nah, that's a salted squid.
Salted squid, yeah.
And it absolutely reeks. I'm not even going to try and take it off my mouth because once it's splattered all
Oh,
over my
once
face.
it goes straight in your face.
Yeah.
That looks yummy.
Oh, lovely. Load up the feeder. Mate, if we catch one,
We will.
like if we catch one early on, I'll be buzzing, mate. With the bait in it, I'm going to have to be careful. The brand new Barbel rod. Oh.
How's the drop?
Ain't drop yet, bosh, deep.
Deep.
20 foot, 15 foot. Unfortunately, guys, I've not got matching rods, so don't cringe. One's got a white tip, one hasn't, one's cork, one probably isn't. But other than that, we're fishing. Right, let's get your rods up now. Yeah. There's the top rod. Oh, what's that, a boulder? Hal's only just got back into his fishing properly. How you finding it so far, mate?
It's been a bit of a mission today, to be fair. We're getting there. Got a couple of rods out now.
Look at you with the old school sirens.
Oh, don't even.
Blimey.
The old cheap option.
What have you got? Just dwarf rods, yeah?
Yeah, there's a couple of dwarfs. I wouldn't want to use anything less, to be fair, with these mighty old feeders on.
Yeah, they're big old feeders, aren't they? Beautiful though, isn't it, man?
It's lovely.
So there we go, we're all out. He's fishing here, I'm on that point, and then Polish is probably 40-50 yards upstream of me. 2 rods out each, all on big open feeders, all using the same mix. Some Polish is trying to be carpy and putting random things in that he thinks is going to make a difference. Mate, you want to be chucking that well further upstream.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because that won't sink for probably 20 yards. That'll do it, boy.
Now that all the rods were done, all we could do is hope that a monster barbel wasn't too far away. Well, at least for 30 minutes, as it was then time to recast all the rods again. Due to the strong flow, the bait wouldn't be in the swim for long, so it was really important to keep topping up and ensuring there's a constant scent trail to the hook bait.
First bite!
That's 100% in, bro.
Is it a barbel?
Oh, we're in, boy.
Is it? Yeah? Go on! Is it a barbel?
I think it's a chub.
Is it a chubber? Oi, grab the net, boys! Oi, grab the net! And turn my stove off, my burgers are burning.
Wait, where's the net?
It's down in, it's over there, dipped near my rods. No way.
What is it? This
Is it fighting back?
Kind of.
Nah, that'll be a chub, wouldn't it? Or surely not, hopefully not a bream. What are we saying?
Hey, it could be anything, you know.
Wait, this could be a carp.
What is it? No, that's a bream.
Is it a bream?
Oh.
Not long after Polish's disappointing bream, I had my first bite.
Hold on, lads, because this is very dangerous and it's dark.
Lethal, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it? That's a chub. That's a chub. Big chub,
Big
boy.
chub.
First fish. Won't lift him up. Nice chub. What do you reckon that is, boys?
3-4 pound?
3.5 pound that is, isn't it? Get in. First blood.
The next bite came to Jack's rod, but sadly whatever he'd hooked had taken line until eventually finding a snag. After that the night was quiet, and the sun began to rise on what was a frosty and cold morning.
Salmon on, boy.
Salmon on way.
Jackie boy, how do you feel about losing that big barbel last night?
It wasn't a barbel.
What do you reckon it was then?
It was a catfish.
You reckon it's a catfish?
It was a big tree that went
What,
downstream.
It was that big?
Yeah, it was massive.
The rest of the day passed by without a single bleep, and so did the second night. It was disappointing, but it was nice to be out with the lads and enjoy the social side of it. A few months later, I planned another trip to set the score straight. Considering it was now March, the weather conditions were pretty savage. However, we persisted on and managed to get off to a great start.
He's only gone and caught a barbel. Mate, he's just come into my swim. I was actually awake. I just had a blimmin' bream and redone the rods. It's snowing. And he's gone, Jacob, are you awake?
Really snowing.
I've got one, I've got one.
Just a little knock. Didn't scream off.
Mate, I'm so happy when you come over and said, I've got one.
Beast.
I was so happy, mate. Have you got scales?
Yeah, I have.
We weighed it and it went just over £10, making it his new PB. Just as I thought we were in for a good trip, the weather took a turn for the worse.
How you doing, mate?
Cold. Not ideal.
Mate, that brolly's hilarious. What are you going to do with that? Crawl underneath it?
No, I'm not sleeping underneath that.
Eskimo roll out.
Is that just to store your gear in the back of the van?
Yeah, mate.
Fishing, yeah?
Yeah, I got the rods out.
Mate, it would be cool if we caught a big barbel with the snow and that, wouldn't it?
Snow barbel, yeah.
Regardless of the bad weather, I did feel we still had a good chance if we tried hard enough.
There we go, mate. Come on. You've gone again?
Gone again, mate. Taking it out.
Nah, this is a death slide.
Feel the love.
No.
Yeah, it didn't work out. It got to a point where we couldn't even feel our fingers anymore, and the swims had turned into a complete mud bath. It was time to accept defeat and head off home.
We're back on the monster barbel mission. It's the middle of November. The last time I was here, I was with Dom in March. It was snowing, freezing cold, we blanked, we threw the towel in early and we left, and I had honestly no plans to come back. In my head, this double figure barbel campaign was done for. Wasn't enjoying it, capiche. However, Dom's planned a session, he's let me know he's going, and I thought, do you know what, I don't want to give in. I really would love to catch a big barbel, so I'm back. However, I've had the worst start ever. Check this one out. You may be wondering, why on earth is my bivvy set up by a gate? Oh, and a train track. And that is because Henry Lennon, my good friend at Nash, dropped me off here to meet my friend Dom, who's on the other side of that gate fishing on the Trent down there. But unfortunately, it's Sunday and the gate was locked. So literally was no option other than set up here, sleep here tonight, and then meet my mate in the morning. Yeah, not a great start. On top of it being, well, just not a very nice place to set up. This makes a horrendous racket every 10 minutes, and yeah, 2 or 3 trains at least every half an hour. So I don't think I'm going to be sleeping very much tonight. Not the best start, but it's a 3-nighter, so I'll have 2 nights of fishing. I'm going to use it as a positive, get all my rigs ready, all my bait mixed, everything ready to go, and I'll be seeing Dom at 7 AM when the gate opens.
I began getting my rod set up and tying loads of rigs, all the while enduring that therapeutic background noise. I managed to get a good amount of rigs tied with a variety of hook bait options. Then it was time to mix the bait. The bulk of the ground bait was made using Scopex squid flake. I then added loads of boosters to really enhance the flavour and bring attraction to the swim. With everything now sorted, it was time to try and get some sleep. However, as I was lying there questioning how I'd sleep through the constant passing of trains, a bailiff had been fishing into the night and had a key to the gate. Now it was just a case of waking my mate up and hoping he would agree to come and pick me up.
I've had to wake me pal up. He's fuming, he's had to reel in.
You are a different class of somebody else I don't know.
What would I do without Dom? We loaded the van and made our way round to the swim.
Have a smell of these. This is this one here. That's Scopex squid. That's the new Nash fish meal test bait. Have a smell of that. See what you think. What do you think of that? Do you like it?
I do actually.
Good, isn't it?
It's better than my wife.
Wow, that means it must be incredibly good.
That's especially good as I'm not married.
With everything ready to go, I just had to load the feeders and get the rods out. Oh no, not again. We'd woken up to savage winds and absolutely no activity on the fish front. Failure was not an option on this trip, so we had a group meeting and decided on moving swims.
Carpy shots.
There's no anglers down this whole bank and all the way round for about 2 miles because they've closed the field because it's all flooded. So we're going to be literally the only ones fishing this whole mile of river. It just looks so much better, so much more slack water, shielded from the wind. The weather's picking up a little bit. I'm feeling much more confident.
Whilst Dom was on breakfast, I began moving the gear round into the swim.
Bit muddy, but clearing up. Got my Titanide XL. Even got a chair with me on this one, so at least we'll be comfortable. But I reckon this is going to be a good session. Mate, just look at that, right? Just imagine when one of those rods just starts to churn away. Seriously, like, bro, I can't wait to get a bite.
Just as I thought we were set for the rest of the trip, one of the locals came by and told us we had no hope fishing in this area. He said due to the water being low and clear, we needed to be fishing in deeper water with more flow. As much as I wanted to ignore him and hope that we still had a chance, I just had to take his advice on board. I had a few casts out with the deeper and confirmed that my whole swim was a uniform depth, and on reflection, it did seem pretty dead. Me and Dom sat down for lunch and discussed the new plan of action. That being, for me to move and him to stay put. That way, we had both the areas covered. I checked on maps to find a section where the flow would be stronger and then began making my way up the river. By the time I'd made 3 trips backwards and forwards with all my gear, it was nearly dark, so I quickly got camp set up and then began tying loads of rigs to prepare for the night ahead. The gentleman who advised me to move also reinstated how important it was to recast every 30 to 40 minutes. It seemed mad considering that meant not sleeping the whole night, but it was something that I was willing to do if it meant catching a big barbel.
Got you down. Yep, I fell off the bike again. Riding this thing loaded was proving to be way more difficult than I initially anticipated.
Oh. I'm into a barbel. Absolute screamer. Oh, please be a barbel. I think it is. Yeah, it definitely is. It's really good about these rocks. Oh my god. Please don't come off, please. Where's me net? Yes, 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 yes. Barbel on. Yeah, it's only a little one. First barbel from the Trent. Back of the net she goes. Yes! Oh, I'm buzzing. Hopefully that is the start of what's to come. It's not a monster, especially not by the Trent standards. Probably 5-6 pound. We'll have one triple the size of that, but that is a good start. Yes! I got that rod back out along with redoing the other 2, and it wasn't long before it went again. I'm in again. Oh my god, this one's going. Is this my first double figure barbel? This is what we came for. Come on, Mr. Barbel. Yes! Get in there. Finally, it's coming good. How big is that one? Let's have a look. How big are you? I don't think that's a double, but it's not far off. I'm gonna weigh it. I reckon it's got to be a good 8-9 pound. Right, I've zeroed the sling, £1.11. How big's it gonna go? Yes, £10.3. We got the double. Get in. Look at that. That is what we came for. There we go. That is what we came here for. I'm definitely in a better area now. That's a couple of barbel I've had in the last sort of 2-3 hours. I think if I consistently put the rods back out, make sure that I'm fishing. Problem is with here, if you leave the rods out for more than 2 hours, your rigs get blown into the edge, under rocks, you get loads of leaves and debris coming down the line, so I think that is going to be the main thing. I've got tonight, well, I've got what's left of the morning, and then I've got all day tomorrow and tomorrow night. I think if I can stay consistent, redoing the rods every half an hour, I might even have the chance of one nearly twice the size of this. That's a great start. Finally, it's come good.
Despite my efforts, the rest of the night passed by quietly, but I woke up to a lovely morning.
Oh, absolutely knackered. Literally slept for about 2 hours last night, so I'm probably going to be sleeping in the day so that I can keep myself up at night to get the rods back out, because apparently all the bites are coming of a night time due to the water clarity. When the water's clearer, the barbel tend not to feed in the day, so I'm going to get these out now just to freshen them up, because they're all covered in weed, and then I'm probably going to sleep throughout the whole day. As you can see here, the flow is pretty savage. Even right close in, it's really tanking through. So I've had to put, I've got a 5-ounce cage feeder on there, and I've also put 3-ounce lead on the side of it. And I had to put that on last night because the feeder was just bouncing along the bottom. There we go. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One down, 2 to go. Yeah, we're in. Come on. Yes. Daytime bite. Yes. Oh, this is all coming good. That's a barbel. Definitely a barbel. Woo! Dun 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 dun. It's mad playing fish in a river with this amount of flow. It honestly feels like the fish are 5 times the weight. Oh, big lunges. That's what we want. Oh, it's not a bad one actually. Oh, it's not bad. Probably in between the last two. Probably about £7. Come on. Yes. Come on. Oh, it's coming together. Right. It's nice to get one in the daylight. It's not a monster for the Trent standards, probably £6–7, something like that. Definitely worth the move yesterday evening. It just didn't feel right down there. The bailiff said to us it was more of a summer spot, and I decided to leave Dom down there and obviously traipse up this way. The rest of the group that are with us, they're fishing a little bit further upstream, and I think they managed to catch one as well. But 3 bites probably in the last 6–7 hours of fishing. So I've got all day today and tomorrow to keep going, and hopefully one of them monsters turn up. This proved to me that daytime bites were possible,
so I wanted to fish just as effectively as I had through the night. I topped up all the swims with a few handfuls of boilie to keep the fish feeding and really hold them in the area. And it wasn't long before I had my next bite.
Fish on! Come on! What an absolute screamer as well. I don't want to jinx it, but this one does feel a little bit better than the last one. Come on. Off we got. Oh, woo, woo. Zzz. This is on the actual Barbel rod as well, so this is super bendy. I've got a little Nash GT 4000 on it, which actually works really well. Super light and compact, quick drag at the front, really nice clutch as you can hear. I only got these the other week. Really nice little balanced setup, so even though I've got £20 bullet mono on, I still feel like I've got a good bit of playing action. Come on, it's not a bad fish this either. It's not a bad fish at all. Look at it, look, don't want to come in, does it? Every time I get it up, it goes mental. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice fish, that. I reckon that's could be another double. Right, here we go, just underneath me. Come on. It's a good fish, that. Good fish. Come on, come on. No more runs, no more runs. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine. Got it? Yes! Get in there. That's mega. That is so sick. £10 4 to beat. Scales are zeroed. Oh, it's a PB. £10. Oh, so close to 11. £10, 15 ounces. Come on.
Yes, Jacob. You are in.
Finally come good, isn't it? How are you getting on down there?
Mates have had one. I'm still Barry the Bream.
Not at the Barbel last night?
No, I didn't have Barbel last night.
Of course you stayed down that end, didn't you?
I stayed in the noddy spot while you made the effort.
Yeah, but at least we know if you just like, because part of me felt like you might have had it off because I didn't give it till bite time.
I did have it off, it just happened to be bream, mate.
So you've moved up there with the lads now?
Yeah, to save my sanity.
Are we going to do a big barbecue?
We've got a massive barbecue, big feed up.
Right, we'll get this out and then I'll reel in then.
Let's have a look at this rude boy. Go on, mate.
10, just an ounce under, £11.
Ooh.
Next one's going to be 14, I reckon.
Yes, big boy.
How's it look?
It was definitely worth your crazy hour and a half moving shit backwards and forwards a mile down the bank by foot like a crackhead.
Mate, when I was walking on my gear down the bank, the wind nearly blew me over. It was savage wind. And
Well, I was sat there last night with a wind over my brolly and I thought, and he's up on the high bank as well, like a loon.
I could hardly put my bivvy up.
No.
I was literally nearly took off.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, all worth the effort. My PB, well, it's not my PB actually, I have caught £12 barbel, but it's my PB river barbel, an ounce under £11.
Barbel from a lake bank.
And I've really enjoyed it as well. Great, great bit of fun. Barbecue. £15 tonight, what do you reckon?
Done deal.
Lovely stuff. What's going on here then? What's for dinner?
Meat.
What we having?
Luncheon meat and pork bacon ribs.
I need a top up, mate. I've only got me squid boilies and that left. I need a bit of ground bait to combine.
After enjoying the barbecue, I eagerly got back to my swim and began getting the rods out, with the hopes of another productive night ahead of me. It'd be safe to say I got off to a great start. 3 bites within an hour of getting the rods out.
Oh no. Oh no, double hookup. Double hookups. Right, come in the net. That's one.
The first of the 2 bites was another decent one, not far off double figures.
And claw hooks, little size 7 claws. Hook holds are brilliant, bottom corner every time. Another lovely barbel. Are you good to go, mate? Yeah, good to go. Right. Oh, fish on it. I thought there was. What? Must have been a build-up of weed on the line and stuff, because I heard a rod go, and then when I come out, I didn't know which rod it was. And I looked at that one, I was thinking, the bobbin's not moving.
It was only a small one, but nice to get a bite on the final morning.
Oh, I feel awful. After that mad bit of action, having 3 fish back to back, I decided it was going to be worth staying awake again, redoing the rods constantly, and I did have 2 more in the night, probably at about maybe 3:30 and 4:30. Another probably 8-pounder, another probably 10-pounder as well. And then I got a couple of hours sleep, and then had one about half an hour ago. So another really successful night. I think I've had 10 or 11 barbel now, so it's been really, really good. I've got about 10 minutes left. You never know, I might get one more. However, I've really, really enjoyed this session. Having to move a couple of times at the start, sort of figure it out. I think the main thing I've learned from this session is the flow is a massive, massive factor. The river's still quite low, and we came here looking for eddies and slack sections, and in actual fact, when the river's low, I've realised that you've probably got more chance fishing in the direct flow. And the bailiff made a good comparison. He said, imagine if you're out on a field in gale force winds and there's a van there, you're going to stand behind the van to shelter from the wind. If it's flat, calm and sunny, you're going to wander around the field and explore. So I guess that is a really good way of looking at it. If the river's got no flow, the barbel can go anywhere. They can swim in the main flow, they can swim wherever they want comfortably. When it's flooded, they can't, so they find shelter in the little eddies. So on this trip, I needed to move out of that slack water and fish into the main flow, and it worked. I went from the first night and day not getting a single bleep to catching 10 barbel in a couple of nights. So I've genuinely really, really enjoyed myself. The battles of the fish, like, I knew it was going to be pretty savage stuff. I knew they'd fight hard, but it's honestly something else. Every time I hook one, I think, oh, this one's got to be 15 pound, and then up pops an 8-pounder. Yeah, just incredibly hard fighting. And to be honest with you, I think I'm going to come back again. I've really, really enjoyed myself. But yeah, that's it. Time to pack up, time to get off. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you can take something from it, as I am a barbel novice. I don't do this very often, so I've been learning on the job. Hopefully you guys have done the same with me, and I'll see you in the next one.